Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Jam. Today I want to talk to you about something that every single one of us deals with, whether we like to admit it or not, and that is comparison. Comparison is one of those sneaky things. It can motivate us, push us, and even inspire us. But it can also drain us, discourage us, and make us forget who we are. And honestly, in today's world with social media, highlight reels, constant access to everyone else's lives, comparison has never been easier or more dangerous. So today we're going to break this down. What comparison actually is, when comparison can be good, when comparison can be toxic, and last but not least, I'm going to give you 5 ways to stop comparison from stealing your confidence and your peace. Enjoy the show. So let's look at the truth about comparison. Comparison isn't automatically bad. We've always compared. We've compared skills, we've compared progress, ideas, growth. The problem isn't comparison itself. The problem is how we use it and where we place our focus. Healthy comparison looks like this. If they can do it, maybe I can too. Or that inspires me to work harder. Or what can I learn from them? Unhealthy comparison sounds like, I'll never be as good as them. I'm behind. Why even try? And the crazy thing is, most of the time we're comparing our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. We compare our struggles to their wins, our doubts to their confidence, our chapter 3 to their chapter 20. And that comparison almost always leads to one thing, feeling like we're not enough, even when we absolutely are. So let's take a look at when comparison becomes toxic. Comparison becomes dangerous when it shifts our focus away from ourselves. Instead of asking, am I growing? Am I better than I was last year? Am I aligned with who I want to become? You start asking, why are they ahead of me? Why don't I look like that? Why is their life better? And that mindset, it does a few things. It kills confidence. It creates resentment. It makes you forget your own strengths. And it also slows your progress. Because instead of building, you're watching. Instead of improving, you're comparing. Instead of trusting yourself, you're doubting everything. And here's something important I want you to hear. The person that you're comparing yourself to is not better than you. They're just different, further along, or showing a version you don't see a full picture of. You have no idea what they've struggled with. You don't know what they've sacrificed. And you don't know what they're insecure about. And odds are, they're comparing themselves to someone else too. So let's look at when comparison can actually be helpful. Let's flip it for just a second, because comparison can be useful when it's used correctly. Comparison is helpful when it gives you clarity on what you want. It shows you what's possible. It pushes you to a level up. It helps you identify areas to improve without tearing yourself down. The key difference is this: inspiration versus self-destruction. If comparison makes you feel motivated, curious, and energized, then that's healthy. If comparison makes you feel small, anxious, or stuck, that's a sign you need to stop. Comparison should never make you forget your worth. So let's get practical here like we always do on this show. Here are 5 ways to stop comparison from controlling your mindset. Number 1, compare yourself only to who you used to be. This is the most powerful shift you can make. The only fair comparison is you versus the old you. Ask yourself, am I more aware than I was? Am I stronger than I was? Am I learning more than I was? Am I trying more than I was? Progress doesn't always look flashy. Sometimes progress is simply not quitting, setting better boundaries, thinking healthier thoughts, showing up even when it's hard. If you're growing, even slowly, then you're winning. Number 2, limit what you consume. Let's be real. Comparison thrives on overconsumption, endless scrolling, constant checking, watching people you don't even know live their lives you assume are perfect. You don't need to cut everything out, but you need to be more intentional. If someone's content makes you feel insecure, behind, not enough, that's not motivation. That's mental clutter. Protect your mind. Curate what you consume. And remember, peace is more important than keeping up. Number 3, focus on your strengths, not your gaps. When you compare, you usually focus on what you lack. They have confidence. They have success. They have the body, the money, the platform. But you forget your talents, your resilience, your character, your uniqueness. No one else can bring what you bring. There are things about you that others wish they had, whether you see it or not. Comparison fades when self-awareness grows. Number 4, turn comparison into curiosity. Instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Ask, what can I learn from them? This removes judgment and replaces it with growth. Not envy, strategy. Not insecurity, education. Let comparison point you forward, not tear you down. Number 5, remember, everyone has their own timeline. This one is a big one. You're not too late. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're on your own timeline. Some people bloom early. Some people bloom late. Some people restart 5 times before they get it right. You're on your journey, and your journey is valid, even if it doesn't look like anyone else's. Now, as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with this. Comparison will always exist, but it doesn't have to control you. The moment you stop measuring your worth against others, the moment you focus inward, the moment you trust your path, that's when your confidence grows. That's when peace shows up. That's when you realize you were never lacking in the first place. You are enough. You are capable. You are doing better than you think. And the only person you need to outgrow is the version of you from yesterday. Thanks for listening to this episode of Jam. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone else who needs to hear it. And remember, take care of yourself and each other. If not, you may be jammed. Thanks for listening.